Hello everyone, Minasama o genki desu ka? At this occasion, I would like to explain to you how to use K10 state, or in short, K10. K10 is powerful tool to undervolt, underclock, overvolt, and overclock your AMD processor. The goals are to adjust processor clock according to your computing needs dynamically, to lower the temperature and to save some electricity, because today's processors are too powerful for general use. The tools required to achieve the goals are K10 state itself, Prime95 or OCCT or similar testing tool, MSI Combustor for integrated video stress test, and Cortem to monitor temperature. They are all free programs, but remember to choose the right version for your system. K10 interface is quite simple. At the first step, you get your processor information, which is in my case AMD Leno A83870K with 4 cores. Make note that the suffix K means it's unlocked. The second is P-stage page, which is divided into 5 sections. Profile setting, clock voltage setting, storage P-stage, up and down percentage, and up and down timer. Determine how many P-stage you want to use, because you don't have to use them all. For me, I want to start at 500 MHz and overclock it a little bit to 3.2 GHz. So I will use all states with the increment of 400 MHz except for the first one. Be aware that I am able to overclock my processor because it has unlock multiplier feature. You need to test your system for stability for particular clock voltage setting. There are 2 ways to test your system. First, using stress test programs such as Prime95 and OCCT. Second, use it for long period of time, say for example 2 weeks. The first method requires you to stress test a setting for 12 to 24 hours, which will exhausting your hardware and wasting electricity. The second method takes very long time. I use combination of the two. First, I test the setting for 30 minutes and then use the setting for 2 weeks. Let's start the process. Open K10. First, we need to start K10 from system tray. Put "-stay on tray in K10 shortcut so that you can access K10 from system tray. You can also run Cortem as startup from the system tray to monitor the temperature and choose to show only the highest temperature. K10 will read your default cool and quiet stock clock and voltage, or you can click default button to load the default values. From default value, you can estimate the stable voltage for particular clock. For example, stock voltage for 800 MHz is 1.025 volt. We can reduce the voltage to 0.86 by estimation. Choose unused profile with stock voltage and rename it to test. Change the voltage for 800 MHz to 0.86 and leave the rest to default and click OK. Right click on K10 tray icon and choose test profile, and right click again and lock multiplier to 800 at 0.86. Then run Prime95 for 30 minutes. Don't forget to monitor the temperature with Cortem. If it is stable, we can reduce the voltage one step to 0.85 and test again. Or if the system crashes, raise the voltage one step to 0.875 and run the test. Test the stable voltage for daily use by setting all other P-stage to default values. Find the lowest possible voltage for 800 MHz clock. Repeat the process for each P-stage you use. For custom clocks such as 500 MHz, you must change the FID and DID manually to set the clock. Any combination is okay. Percent up is the load percentage of a core before a step up occurs. Likewise, percent down is the load percentage before a step down occurs. You can lower percent up and raise percent down to get more performance. The default values are sufficient, but I like to tweak it a little bit by putting progressive values on both columns. This is for performance profile, while this one for balance profile. I put some calculation, but I can't explain to you here. Uptime in microsecond is the time required for core's clock above percent up before triggering a step up. The downtime is the opposite. You can lower uptime and raise downtime to gain more performance and vice versa to cool the processor. The default is 500 millisecond uptime and 2000 millisecond downtime. I found that it is too much, so I lowered the values. On balance profile, I put 400 millisecond uptime and 500 millisecond downtime. On performance profile, I am using 300 millisecond uptime and 500 millisecond downtime. This is the K10 system tray menu. From change profile menu, you can choose different profiles. Enable clock control is to activate dynamic change of clock and voltage. Control function, always use unengaged. In this option, each core clock operates independently while using the same voltage. Lock P state is to lock the processor to a particular clock or voltage. This is my 3 different profiles. The balance is for daily general use. Performance when I need more power for gaming or video editing. And test profile is for testing different configuration. To auto start K10, you can put several parameters in K10 shortcut. Create the shortcut and add the following parameters: LP1 for loading first profile, CLK CTRL to enable dynamic clock control, NW no window when start, and stay on tray to close the program to system tray. And then put the shortcut in the startup folder. And you are good to go. The result of undervolting is that the APU runs at 500 MHz almost all the time, and of course is also very cool. Never exceed 25 degrees for general use using stock cooler. Right now I'm stress testing the CPU. Ambient temperature is about 25 degrees Celsius. The maximum temperature of my CPU overclocked to 3.2 GHz for 12 minutes using stock cooler is only 60 degrees. In this sheet you can see how low can I go from the stock setting. The stock draw 63.88 watt for 2.4 GHz, while my setting only draw 44.63 watt for the same clock. 19 watt is not a bad achievement. This is the conclusion. K10 state can tweak cool and quiet to make the APU run cooler and savvy. Second, my chip is not so good because others have better result. Last but not least, the GPU is the main obstacle to save more power. For example, at 5 MHz, the CPU only draw 4.41 watt, whereas the GPU draw 7.56 watt. Please visit Clyde.com for detailed guide. This is my first video and sorry for my bad English. Thank you for watching.